좀 왼쪽 들어갔어요, 덤빌님. 네, 위도.
Alright, so notice how he's back at this other corner while his team's up at this the corner on the other side of this building. So that way he can back up if any. He has all this line, most of the line of sight from the enemy team broken. If somebody engages the first part of his, like where his team's standing, they won't have easy access to him.
좀 왼쪽 들어갔어요, 덤빌님. 네, 위도.
Alright, so notice how he's back at this other corner while his team's up at this the corner on the
좀 왼쪽 들어갔어요, 덤빌님. 네, 위도.
Alright, so notice how he's back at this other corner while his team's up at this the corner on the other side of this building. So that way he can back up if any. He has all this line, most of the line of sight from the enemy team broken. If somebody engages the first part of his, like where his team's standing, they won't have easy access to him.
좀 왼쪽 들어갔어요, 덤빌님.
오야
왜 내가 맞아?
Alright, so notice how
아이고.
그 정도로
back at this other
오케이.
corner while his team's up at
이거 진 거.
the corner on the
좀 왼쪽 들어갔어요, 덤빌님. 인정.
어차피
다시 교전에 돌입해.
덤피는 그 정면 2층 떨어졌네.
정필 Let's hold here.
Alright, so he's back here at this corner, where his team's up at the first corner, where they're pushing the payload. Basically, he can still kind of corner peek and heal his team or respond to somebody's trying to get him. But at the same time, he has most of this line of sight broken from the other team. So he's, and a corner that he's around. So basically, if someone wants to get him, he can, and they push to this corner, he still has some way to maneuver.
Here.
Now he's backing up towards that mega health pack, the room with the mega health pack, in case he needs it.
리퍼 텔 탔다. 채웠어, 리퍼 채워놨어. 리퍼 옥상이에요.
못 가.
뽕 봤어. 살리곤 있거든? 우리한테 올 듯? 뒤에 리퍼까지.
I like that he calmly shoots and sleeps the Doom Fist, even though he's got his tank at critical health there. He still prioritizes and has confidence in his abilities.
아, 나 정말 아프네. 아유, 씨. 팀필. 나이스.
봉고 인게이지. 오케이.
아이고.
가자.
이러면 내노 리퍼 해야 되나?
돈 없으니까 나노 리퍼 가서. 오케이. 나노 리퍼 보고. 좋아.
힐대.
See somebody that not behind the shield.
오이란 힐벤.
Anti.
아! 나이스.
Alright, now he's in the back of this area here, so he can still basically he can't be seen unless he jumps to get these shots in.
둠피는
See that? He's only
정면.
peeking to get a little bit of extra all charge in there without really making it easy for anyone to hit him.
융화로 스킬 좀 빼고 시그마공 써보죠.
넌 내가 지킨다.
Alright, so look at where his team is, look at where he is, and how he's kind of back here. If he wants to, if he gets pushed, he's probably going to go off to the left. There's a mega over there, and he can round that corner and break line of sight.
재워놨어. 깨지마. 아이고.
깨우지마. 야 나이스. 어씨.
나 장전.
He used that little point the payload has to push to for cover. Threw that nade behind the shield.
괜찮아.
아이고 아프다. 에라모로 왔다 그냥. 아이고. 난가?
오케이.
노병은 쉽게 죽지 않아.
어. 오 쉣. 오 이런 것도 있구나. 모이라 이자염.
He backs up so he doesn't give that Myron his health.
나 본대 1등 해볼게.
Look how he's mostly playing this corner to the right so that he has something to walk behind if he needs to. And he doesn't give anyone line of sight to him if they're playing to the side of the statue.
그냥 보려. 오리사 밀어냈어.
가벼운 부상이 넌 무사할
신발. 올래?
Alright, now his team's getting decimated, so he's basically trying to back out. But he's going towards the mega because people would have to come around the corner to shoot him. So he has a better chance of living this way, and the mega gives him health. And if he can get over to that corner, they're most likely not going to chase him if he can reach that that area back there, where he's running through under. But he wasn't so lucky.
뭐지? 괜찮아요. 다시 가보아요. 뽕파라.
Playing this same place again, as he was last time they were all positioned here.
가자 뽕파라.
Same reasons.
뽕파라 렛츠고. 나이스. 잘 잡아놨다.
이거 와봐.
리포텔. 리포한테. 리포필. 나 시그마 살려야 돼.
See how he shot that sleep dart to the corner of the shield there? Very close. And he could have possibly got a sleep off of that. It was a nice thought.
누구 돈다. 리포. 나 키워줘. 우리 시그마 살릴게요.
야 왼쪽 뒤에 야 리퍼지.
나이스. 맥클이 재워놨어 왼쪽에. 왼쪽 푸시 좀.
맥크리. 오케이. 슈.
아 나 재워놨거든.
Slept that person up there. Notice how he uses that area sometimes by just jumping up and showing his head briefly to get ult charge. But that other person was exposed themselves in a more stationary way. And that person was easy to sleep.
정면에 파라님. 아 하나 때려봐. 하나. 하나 필. 파라님. 오 마이 갓. 앞에 날아서 때리지. 까비.
야 이거 궁. 아씨. 아 스톱. 나눔이.
오케이. 왔다.
Spend the payload so he can heal people above the shield if he has to. At least try to.
두피 슬리핑.
Because he can shoot above the shield. Or that's what he was hoping at least.
쏘자.
자도 돼. 푸시.
So
내가 밀어.
their fight is basically one here, and most enemy teams that are pushed back. So they're holding up closer because they can push the payload all the way up as long as they have their tank line up close, because when on this point and several other points like this, or at several other payload maps, if you hold up closer, then that's where your teams are going to engage, and if you keep the enemy team off the point, then it's easier to push it. So even with less people on the point, you will get it farther and have to have less fights.
와 방금 상다시.
He's trying to get a cheeky sleep off on someone by hitting that corner. He only has a brief amount of himself exposed here. Not that he has any real danger, but more importantly, he's just basically trying to get as far to the side of that corner as possible to hit anybody who thinks that maybe they could just peek for a second, or just have a corner of their body showing where they don't think anyone would be looking.
보기 싫은데? 이렇게 풀 리얼 콤보
우리 메이라 좀 받아쳐야 될 듯.
I like how he throws that nade to the side of the shield slash the ice wall there, because if anyone wanted to get around that area, that's what they'd have to do. That would be their first thought is, oh, I got to get around this. So if they did, they would be punished for that.
천천히.
풀메인
나이스. 이거 시그마 잡아줘라.
Also, notice how he immediately throws that sleep dart there. Sometimes fights are lost, and people are still kind of fighting them. They don't realize they need to get out. So basically, he immediately anticipates that. He immediately throws that sleep dart in case he catches anyone that doesn't realize that yet, and still kind of like backing up before, like, hadn't realized that yet.
풀메인
나이스. 이거 시그마 잡아줘라. 앞에서 뭐하노?
Another good sleep to the side of that shield, just like before. As it, he just looks at how it curves down and shoots somebody just to the side of it.
dum피 잔다 정면에. 내 방박 안에 쏙 들어갔네. 빨리 와서 뽕 좀 하자 뽕 좀.
오케이 웨이트 웨이트 아이 드랍 히어 오케이 핸드 풀메인 나오네
재놨어. 야 맥크 돈다. 야 멤버님 맥크 돌아요. 날 좀. 그러니까 내가 열어볼게. 맥크리 아직도 돌아있다. 재놨어. 맥크리 아직도 돌아있다.
배터리
포인. 나이스. 요거지. 얘를 뭐한? Let's go. Yeah, 시그마 돌 바꿔서.
Alright, notice how he's stacking up behind all of his teammates here, so it doesn't take as much spam damage, just trying to get up there.
풀메인 시그마
맥크리 랩사이드.
온다
이제 가겠어요. 밀자. 같이 밀자.
아니 이거 씨
어디까지 간 거야? 더 줄게.
So the fight is mostly won here, so he's just trying to help the people that have pushed forward, make sure they stay alive and get those kills.
오 뭐야 살았네? 얘파 타버릴 것 같은데.
내가 막을게
형이 뒤지는 거 아니야?
메이 컴탑 못 오나? 야다 왔어
에이 올탑.
Alright, so he knows the people are above his team, and his team's kind of pushed forward, so that means he's out of position. He can be easily killed where he's at. So he's just kind of backing up to come around this corner, making it much more difficult to get to him, and closer to his spawn if it needs to be. Plus that mega.
와 개깜짝 놀랐네
오 마이 갓. 이쪽.
Alright, so his team gets screwed. That's so he's gonna play back here by the as far back as
It's
possible.
okay.
Thank you, thank
We
you.
have a time.
It's mostly safe there.
나도 좀 플레이.
금피 위층에 떨어졌어. 뭐야, 거기 뭐 있어?
He's looking to heal his Doomfist in case there's somebody up there. His Doomfist is clearing that high ground for them, basically. So he wants him to be successful and help him out in case there's somebody else up there. Because the Reaper and they have a Doomfist, I think, as the other DPS. So it's beneficial for both of those characters to be on high ground, drop down, and screw up his team. So that having that cleared out is huge. Especially for this point. That's a lot of good flanking up top there.
리펀 정면. 형 뽕 좀 맞아. 나 98.
나 폰을 왜 샀지? 아,
나 아직 없어. 나 아직 없어. 됐다.
풀베이.
And he stays towards the back while his team is up here on the other side of the choke. If he really gets pushed, he might be able to go backwards into that room behind him for the mini.
야, 풀베이.
See, the Doomfist didn't go for him. He went to somebody easier up front.
준비 공 없는 건데. 있네? 준비 실패.
Notice how when people push forward, he went around this inside curve of this tunnel, break line of sight, so they'd have to chase him, exposing themselves as he was moving backwards. So to be like going into his line of sight when they chased him.
핑. 나 장전 면봉님.
And that's great to do as projectile, by the way, because you're always going to be shooting into the future. So your shots have the potential to hit somebody as they're chasing you, much more so. Shot that to the side of the shield again. Threw that grenade to the side of the shield again. Something he's done like several times already.
커플 많아.
다음이야. 나왔어.
얘네 데이앱 시그마울 또 데이앱 시그마울. 온다. 리펀
He's calling with the Reaper, notices he's there.
돌았어 왼쪽.
Now he's kind of looking for him to see what he can do about him with his sleep dart.
리퍼 왼쪽 2층 있거든. 여기 내가 쏘는데. 리퍼 올랑말랑한다. 야타님 제 위치 보이나? 나갔어. 오케이.
Throws that sleep dart to the corner of the ice wall, hoping that somebody would come around it. Look, notice how he backed up towards the back on those steps there, because his team's up here, and it makes it much harder to get to if somebody has to get all the way up these steps to get to him too. If he really gets pushed there, he can go back and turn the corner. That's a big theme, and where he's always positioned by a corner that he can rotate around if he gets in a dangerous position or chased or anything.
포인. 준비 실패.
That was a nice sleep. It was much easier to do, although it was a difficult sleep to hit. It was also easier to do being on this high ground. I don't know if that he anticipated that or not, but it was pretty sweet either way.
아, 또 시나이.
면봉님 케어. 나이스.
Alright, so this is
Good
basically
shot.
one. He's just trying to come up here and get a little bit more ult charge if he can. Maybe sleep. That's kind of cool.
리퍼 정면에 있었어.
You can do that because neither team is really about to be engaging with one another in the next few seconds. Not in a major way where he's going to need those abilities.
칼 털려나? 재혁이 형 그쪽으로.
나한테 탈착 건데 힐좀 줘줘. 잡아줘.
그 상대 번거리 파임.
Looking to help his buddy out. He saw him using abilities. So that means he was in a confrontation.
네, 뺐어.
Basically trying to enable him to stay up there and screw with people as long as possible.
넌 무사할 거야.
오케이. 뷰시 캔 풀메인. 맞아.
Alright, so he's on high ground here, meaning he's slightly exposed because he's above the shields, but that also means he can possibly heal above the shields. And I watched this earlier, and I think that's why he's here, to be honest.
오케이 굿샷.
예, 세깁니다, 세깁니다, 세깁니다.
야 풀메인.
리퍼 비하인, 리퍼 비하인, 리퍼 비하인.
나이스. 야 할만하다. 약간 무서워.
둠피 슬리핑, 둠피 슬리핑. 두먼. 둠댓. 아씨,
아.
뭐이라고 술.
굿샷 뒤에 봐.
90백. 위에 트랜스, 위에
Overtime, he switches to Lucio to get back there quicker.
트랜스.
루시 거.
뻘.
위도.
He knows about the Widow now, so he's basically playing behind the payload the best he can, so he doesn't get sniped easy.
파이팅! 야, 다 원일이야. 가고 있어. 포기하지 마. 나 다 왔어. 와, 뭐이라 뭐 저런 거 나왔어? 이쁘네.
Just looking to get a little ult charge before the fight.
굿샷 풀 콤보
아,
투게더.
막혔다.
호들갑 떨거 없어.
오케이.
Sees the enemy team pushing forward. He rotates to the
Put
back
him left.
corner of the point.
너무
Notice how he's very aware of where the enemy team is, and as they're moving forward, he's moving backwards.
촉박이 중대. 둠피 슬리핑. 빡. 씨, 아파. 둠피 슬리핑.
Kind of gets in an unfortunate position here, so he's backing up towards his mini. This is not ideal for him to be in this position because he's getting broken off from the most of his team.
할만함.
He plays behind that little piece of cover there, that desk, so that he can have some sort of cover if somebody does push him. But now he notices there's an advantage to his position. He's not really being focused, and there's a lot of attention being absorbed by these two ults going on here, both Myra's, a lot of stuff going on here. So he realizes because the intention is not going to be on him thinking about him flanking, which would be an unusual thing for an Ana to do a lot of times, he has an opportunity to pull something off here, so he does.
리퍼 비하인, 리퍼 라이스, 리퍼 텔.
Notice how he calls out the Reaper almost immediately.
뽕동 가자, 뽕동 바로 가자 이거. 씨발 아파.
Sigma puts a shield here to break, to bisect that circle in case of Doomfist ult. So if Doomfist ult's here, Ana can either go on one side or the other of the shield, and whatever side has the least amount of that of Doomfist ult on it, like so I'd say like if he's on the opposite side of the shield as of a majority, and Doomfist ult has a majority of its ult on the opposite side of the shield, like he's on the other side, he should be safe. He bisects it in such a way that he doesn't get hurt by it.
스폰 너무 빨리 날았네.
이거 리퍼 붙었다.
Sees this Doomfist here, he's power boosted, he's probably thinking, I bet I could beat this guy.
리퍼 비하인.
He didn't expect that maybe heal didn't hit him. You should have called out the Reaper sooner.
리퍼 원 보여주나 시그마? 구시 보여주나? 까비
전투가 끝나면
낙나? 모이라고 공으로 빨리 시그마 공이라도 빼자 쟤네.
Notice how he can open and close the angle between these two buildings, and he's playing back here. That way he can basically allow him to have an opportunity to shoot the other team while denying their opportunities for the most part of hitting him, only giving them a small opportunity to do that. And he's going to be backing up. I'm thinking he's going to back up towards this next corner behind him.
리퍼 여기 있다. 이거 상대 번거리 있어.
Yeah. Alright. So his team's going to be fighting there. Most likely he's going to stay near the back of that corner. Yeah, as they move forward, he rotates backwards.
이거 줄 수밖에 없다.
드리퍼.
준비 슬리핑.
준비될게.
Here he's getting a bit aggressive. I mean, I guess he can pull that off because people aren't thinking that he'll do it. I suppose he has an opportunity.
누구 전화 왔거든?
대박.
He's lost some team members though. I don't know why he didn't back up sooner there. He should.
슈발. 막턴 가자.
He gets punished for that.
막턴.
Alright, so he's hoping or thinking that maybe his team will be pushing up towards that next corner, and so he's hanging back by this corner.
Let's go.
That shot on Lucio is so good, I love it.
준비 나도 볼게. 나이스. 제제.
That's it.